Scripture reading of John chapter 13, verses 1 through 17. Before the Passover feast began, Jesus knew that the time had come for him to leave the world and return to the Father. And as he had loved those who were his own in this world, he loved them to the last and to the highest degree. So during supper, Satan, having already put the thought of betraying Jesus to the heart of Judas, Simon's son, Jesus, knowing that the Father had put everything into his hands, and that he had come from God and was returning to God, got up from supper, took off his garments, and taking a towel, he fastened it around his waist. Then he poured water into the wash basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, and to wipe them with the towel with which he was garnished. When he came to Simon, Peter said to him, "Lord, are my feet to be washed by you?" Jesus said to him, "You do not understand now what I am doing, but you will understand later on." Peter said to him, "You shall never wash my feet." Jesus answered him, "Unless I wash you, you have no part with me." "Simon," Peter said to him, "Lord, not only my feet, but my hands and my head too." Jesus said to him, "Anyone who has bathed needs only to wash his feet, but is clean all over, and you are my clean. But not all of you," for he knew who was going to betray him. That was the reason he said, "Not all of you are clean." So when Jesus had finished washing their feet, Jesus had put on his garments and sat down again. He said to them, "Do you understand what I have done to you? You call me the teacher, the master, the Lord, and you are right. You are right in doing so. That is what I am. If I then, your Lord, your teacher, your master, have washed your feet, and you ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you this as an example, so that you should do what I have done to you. I assure you, most solemnly, I tell you, a servant is not greater than his master, and no one who is sent is superior to the one who has sent him. If you know these things, blessed and happy, to be envied, you are you if you practice them. Scripture reading of John 13, verses 31 to 35. When he had left, Jesus said, "Now is the Son of Man glorified, and God has been glorified through and in himself. And if God is glorified through and in him, God will also glorify him in himself, and he will glorify him at once and not delay. Dear little children, I am to be with you only a little longer. You will look for me, as I told the Jews, I tell you now, you are not able to come where I am going. I give you a new commandment, that you should love one another, just as you have loved you. So you should have one another. By this shall all men and women know that you are my disciples. If you love one another, if you keep on showing love amongst yourselves.